He was the most outrageous gambler in New York's underground casinos. Anyone who dared sit across from him would lose everything within an hour. It didn't take long for his talent to catch the attention of mob boss George. To force Nissen to work for him, George actually sent his men to break into his brother's home and harass the entire family relentlessly. Family was Nissen's bottom line, so he had no choice but to give in. But during a card game a few days later, a losing player dared to publicly insult Nissen's deceased mother. Infuriated, Nissen shot the man in the foot, and a fierce gunfight broke out between both sides. Afterwards, someone tipped off the police, and Nissen was taken away. Worried Nissen might rat him out, George sent men again to intimidate Nissen's brother's family, and to his shock, they accidentally killed Nissen's sister-in-law. Despite his rage, Nissen took all the blame alone to protect his brother and niece. Now that he's out of prison and wealthy, he's naturally come to settle the score with George. As expected, the moment Nissen stepped into the casino, George's men realized he wasn't there for friendly reasons. They immediately started calling to report the situation up the chain. The casino manager even personally came out to announce that the casino wouldn't be open to Nissen tonight. But unexpectedly, George wanted to see him, so the manager had no choice but to bring Nissen and his crew to the elevator. Having developed claustrophobia in prison, Nissen intended to take the stairs, until he was told he'd have to climb 20 floors, forcing him to give up. Moments later, they stood before George. Seeing Nissen there to collect his debt, George felt no guilt at all. He even mocked him for being foolish enough to challenge him.
If I let you sit down at this table, I might regret it. Let you sit down at this table, you're a man who needs a master. Sit down at this table, I might regret it.
In response to George's taunts, Nissen decided to fight back with his real skills. He suggested competing with a nearby gambler and guessing the color of a poker chip. The man glanced at George and, seeing no objection, agreed. After they both placed their bets, Nissen tossed a chip into the air, and to everyone's shock, he lost. George, of course, seized the chance to ridicule him. Enraged, Nissen immediately declared that he wanted to bet his entire fortune against George. To George, Nissen was clearly on a streak of bad luck with no chance of winning. So not only did he agree, he insisted on tossing the chip himself.